Greetings everyone, and welcome to another episode of Space News, the weekly show where we dive into the launches that occurred last week, launches slated to occur next week, Starship news, and other interesting space news. The highlight of this week obviously being the touchdown of Perseverance on Mars. Today is Saturday, February 19th, 2021, and there is a lot to talk about. So let's get started.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the signs of past life.
Let's start off this week by talking about the clip you just saw on your screen. You probably already know what happened, but I put together a cool clip of Perseverance's landing animation, timed out with the landing callouts from JPL. Please enjoy.
We have confirmation of entry interface. Perseverance is currently going 5.3 kilometers per second at an altitude of about 120 kilometers from the surface of Mars. We have indications that Perseverance is now performing bank reversals in the atmosphere. These are the steps in order to control its distance to the landing target. Perseverance has just passed through the point of maximum deceleration and has indicated that it felt approximately 10 Earth Gs of deceleration.
Indicate chute deployed.
The navigation has confirmed that the parachute has deployed and we are seeing significant deceleration in the velocity. Our current velocity is 440 meters per second at an altitude of about 12 kilometers from the surface of Mars.
Heat shield set.
Perseverance is now slowed to subsonic speeds and the heat shield has been separated.
Back shell set.
Is 83 meters per second at about 2.6 kilometers from the surface of Mars. We have confirmation that the back shell has separated. We are currently performing the divert maneuver. Current velocity is about 75 meters per second at an altitude of about a kilometer off the surface of Mars.
Here in safety Bravo.
We have completed our terrain relative navigation. Current speed is about 30 meters per second, altitude of about 300 meters. Skycrane maneuver has started. About 20 meters.
Tango Delta. Nominal. We're getting signals from MRO. Bring me stable.
UHF is good. Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the signs of past life.
A few minutes after touchdown, we got the first images from the surface of Mars, as you can see on your screen. Yesterday, on February 19th, we received multiple images of the rover. First, we saw an awesome photo from the top of the Skycrane during its landing maneuver. You can see various nylon ropes attaching to the rover. We were informed that this was estimated to be about 2 meters above the surface. Next, we saw an awesome image from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter that is currently orbiting around Mars. You can see the parachute fully deployed and the rover's protective shell hanging underneath. Finally, we got the first higher quality colored image from Perseverance. In the coming days and weeks, we should be getting more and more images from various parts of the EDL, or Entry Descent Landing phase. We should also hopefully for the first time get to hear some of the EDL phase and as well as hear some ambient Mars audio via multiple microphones on the vehicle. This small SUV-sized rover, similar to the previous Curiosity rover, is equipped with tons and tons of equipment. One of the most exciting in my opinion is called MOXIE. MOXIE, which stands for Mars Oxygen ISRU Experiment, will produce a small amount of pure oxygen from Martian atmospheric carbon dioxide in a process called solid oxide electrolysis. This is crucial for manned missions to Mars for two reasons. First, astronauts on the surface of Mars need to produce breathing oxygen. And two, oxygen needs to be produced in order to refuel a rocket on the surface of Mars for a return trip back to Earth. Another very exciting thing about this mission is the fact that Perseverance was not traveling alone. Hidden underneath of Perseverance's belly is a little helicopter named Ingenuity. Ingenuity is a proof of concept that powered flight is possible on Mars. Alright, enough about Perseverance already. Let's get on to Boca Chica and talk about any Starship updates that we have seen. Unfortunately, because of the terrible weather conditions in Texas that I'm sure we are all aware of, Starship SN10 progress has come to a standstill. Now over to the launches that we saw last week. Last week we saw 2 launches. The first was a Soyuz 2.1A. This mission, named Progress MS-16, was launched at a Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan on February 14th at 11:45 p.m. Eastern. This mission was designed to carry 2,460 kilograms of cargo, supplies, and science experiments to the International Space Station. 2 days after launch, the Progress vehicle arrived near the space station. Its autonomous docking program was aborted 20 meters from docking, requiring Sergei to take manual control. He successfully manually docked the vehicle to the station. Later, we saw a broken antenna on the vehicle as it tried to dock. The next day, on February 15th, at 10:59 p.m. Eastern Time, SpaceX's Falcon 9 carried 60 satellites into low Earth orbit. I want to start by saying that the primary mission was 100% successful, with the Starlink satellites being deployed into a nominal orbit at around T plus 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 54 seconds. Now that said, the first stage booster did fail to land. SpaceX has not yet announced what exactly the issue was, but we can clearly see that immediately following the first stage's entry burn, we can see that the engines are still a little spicy. We then lose telemetry on the first stage as well as the camera view. The only other clue we have is looking at the view from the Of Course I Still Love You drone ship that the booster was targeted to land on. You can see a pulsing glow that seems to get brighter and brighter and then disappears. This was the 6th and final mission for this booster. Rest in pieces. Now there's only one scheduled launch for this week. That launch is a Northrop Grumman Antares rocket, which will launch the 16th Cygnus cargo freighter on the 15th operational cargo delivery flight to the International Space Station. This mission, known as NG-15, is slated to fly in just a few hours after this video is published at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The rocket will fly in the Antares 230 configuration with 2 RD-181 first stage engines and a Castor 30XL second stage. While we may very well see 1 or even 2 Starlink missions this week, Starlink 17 and Starlink 20, no official launch date has been announced. And that wraps up this final segment. Thank you all so much for watching. It means so much to me, and I really do thank you. If you enjoyed, I ask you to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos are published to ensure that the news is as up to date as possible. Thank you so much again, and goodbye.